I did it all for the money. When a player had to eat, that one a damn thing funny. Hey, I did it all for the money. Hey, I did it all before. Ride people so dope. Gang banging, shooting pistols, running from the dance folks. And I was known for getting anything your ass for. Soft, hard, green, brown, niggas even had throat. Alright, man. I'm coming to you today, man. I'm just driving through traffic, man. Had to go pick up some car parts. Just about to go take a trip down to the farm and clear out another field, but my tension on my truck broke down, so I had to spend the day doing that, so set me back a day. But salute everybody, man. Checking out the Playing with the Church Money podcast and supporting. I'm going to touch on this cancel culture, man. I said I wasn't going to touch on it. There's a lot of things that people on both sides, what I like to call a selective outrage. So we're going to touch briefly on cancel culture, what's going on right now with all the celebrities and just people in general that I guess either are making statements or have had some kind of something they may have done in the past. Mainly with the nowadays, it's like you posting racist tweets or sexist tweets, homophobic tweets. New current wave that they call this thing they call cancel culture, which it doesn't exist. You people are giving this thing power, and I'm about to prove it doesn't exist. It's just a tool that's used for distraction, and it's a tool that's used for division. So back in during the civil rights movement, we had a lot of restrictions on things black people could do, places black people could go. Black people at a certain point got tired of these restrictions, and so the people of that particular in those areas and in that time period organized themselves and decided we're no longer going to spend our money with these people that want to treat us like we're not equal. There was the bus boycott in Selma. People stopped riding the buses. They got tired of sitting on the back of the bus and stuff like getting left when buses were full, so on and so forth. A whole bunch of stuff like that. People not getting picked up over white people, and just the treatment, in general of black people overall was very poor at the hands of the white people, at the hands of the government at the time, local, state, and otherwise. What they decided to do was take the power back in their hands, and they decided, well, we don't have to ride these buses. We can organize and we'll start carpooling. So what they did, they stopped riding the bus, they started carpooling. Everybody started picking each other up, taking each other to work. And so what it did, it financially affected the bus lines, the city bus line. Did I say Selma? Might be Montgomery. I'm sorry, did I say Selma or Montgomery? But anyway, it affected the money. That was how they were able to take the power in their own hands, and change started to happen. The same with the sit-ins at the Woolworths. Brothers and sisters got tired of going in, spending their money, but they couldn't sit and eat their money, in the air-conditioned lobby. They had to go outside or eat in the back or whatever. So the brothers and sisters got tired of that. So what they decided to do was go into the Woolworths and sit down in the seats, and that way no one could sit in the seats and order food that were white people. So these brothers and sisters, they put their life on the line. They put their life on the line. They subjected themselves to attacks, but in the end, their efforts changed, and legislation was put in place, and it started. It began the ball rolling on the civil rights movement. When they needed to integrate the schools, they had to bus people in. You had mobs of adults, kids, threatening violence on these students going into the high school. I may be wrong, but I could have swore I heard somewhere at one place one of the kids got shot in the leg or something like that. If anybody knows anything about an event where during integration immigration. Kid got shot in the leg trying to go to school. Please send me some information on that. I'll try to do a little more research and try to get the exact information. But these people put their life on the line, and they went and physically put their life on the line. And so it's a big difference. It's not the same thing as cancel culture. This was something that a group of people did, put their life on the line to cancel out racist legislation, racist policy that was put in place to hold them down and not treat them equally, even though the Constitution said all men are created equal. That's what, during the Civil Rights Movement, that's what was done. Now, what this cancel culture is it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, and it's, like I've said, it's something that is non-existent. What it is, it's a choice of a person or a group of people. So if word spreads and those group of people, decide to, overall we're not supporting this particular person, that is on those group of people. Now, you want to talk about black people, you want to say racist things, disparaging things about black people, and if black people decide not to go to your place of business or support you as an artist or support you as a performer or whatever, that's the choice you made by saying what you said. Now, I'm pretty sure there's thousands of people that'll still support you. So that's what I mean. There's no such thing as cancel culture. For all the people that are saying, "Oh, I'm sick of this cancel culture," well, y'all, hold up. Sick of what? What are you sick of? When Ray goes to work and he's frying the French fries too slow and he gets fired, I don't see nobody, coming to Ray's defense, trying to cancel out the fast food spot. It's non-existent. It don't exist. You give it the power. I'm tired of seeing these black men go on these shows talking about cancel culture and it's liberals and it's the Dems and it's the millennials and it's disgusting at a certain point that you grown men would actually take the time to sit there and whine about something that don't exist. So I'm gonna put this in a bigger perspective right here. And I've been saying this for years. So let's get into the racist aspects on both sides of the argument, all right? Let's get into the racial aspect of the people that believe in cancel. First of all, before we get to that, let's just talk about, let me just prove to you there's no such thing as cancel culture. When they start canceling the funerals in Chicago, then y'all let me know, and then I'll believe cancel culture exists. You know what I'm saying? When you have all these reservations out here on federal land in New Mexico, all these native tribes, when they can invest in money to put running water on these reservations that don't have running water, they can invest millions into putting these pipelines in instead of millions for some chemical treated dirt to put on roads so the roads don't turn muddy. How about just pave the roads? So when they pave the roads and they put running water on these native reservations, then y'all call me, let me know, message me, let me know when that happens, and then I'll believe it's cancel culture. When there's water in Flint, when they got clean running water in Flint, and the kids ain't got to be toxed out by lead in the water, then y'all go ahead and call me, because y'all still voting for these people. As a matter of fact, all the people screaming that cancel culture stuff got they cheerleading pom-poms on right now cheering for one of their candidates. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. And for the same goes for the people whining. When they do that, when they stop voting for these people, then y'all let me know. When they got running water on these reservations till the end, once they stop voting for these people because they ain't got running waters in the reservation, or they ain't got clean water in Flint, then y'all let me know. Then I'll believe it. Until then, you know, how about this? Y'all let me know, and then we could do a whole nother show about it. So once y'all have proof this cancel culture exists, y'all let me know. The fact that you have an entire economy built around, and this goes for all the black men whining. Y'all are whining about cancel culture, but y'all ain't gonna put that same energy and keep it going till something gets done about it. But y'all overlook that and jump on over to cancel culture. I'm tired of cancel culture. Okay, so they got an entire industry built around the destruction of black men and black women. And a lot of these celebrity personalities that are jumping on here whining and complaining about cancel culture, they got them a little channel on them same outlets. So I don't think cancel culture exists because y'all ain't canceled y'all accounts yet. So until that happens, then y'all go ahead and let me know. You know. So they got a whole industry built around the same industry most of these people whining on. They either affiliated with, contracted with, or streaming right alongside with the whole rest of the nonsense, with the destruction of the black community, with the destruction of the black youth. You have entire companies, multi-million-dollar entertainment companies that make a living off the disparaging images of black people, the disparaging behavior of black people, the negative behavior of black people. They make a living off this. The fact that you have an entire industry that makes millions off of young black men saying the word nigger, basically promoting how they'll kill and how they've killed other black men. An entire multi-million-dollar industry, billion-dollar. So until all these streaming services get canceled, YouTube, all of them, Twitch, everywhere that they post a negative video, a video of some gang banging, a video of just any kind of hood rat behavior, a video of black violence, brothers getting shot, sisters fighting, just anything negative. Any streaming service. Until these streaming services get canceled, I don't want to hear nothing about cancel culture. I don't want to hear one damn word about cancel culture, because the same people whining about it are the same people contributing to these same streaming services. And the same people saying, oh, this is cancel culture, we're canceling these people, are the same people giving these streaming services views. So that's what a racist aspect I'm talking about. Y'all can overlook all of this negative packaging of the black community for entertainment, the packaging of death of the black community for entertainment, and complain about cancel culture. Y'all can overlook that and complain about cancel culture. So I don't want to hear no BS about cancel culture until all these streaming services get canceled. Until then I believe you. Once YouTube shut down and all these other streaming services shut down, Apple Music, how many billions of dollars has Apple Music made on violent rap music? It's the soundtrack of death in the black community. So until that is not normal for that to be promoted, y'all are more outraged that somebody calls somebody a but that same outrage isn't there when somebody when you turn the music on and you hear nigga 50 times in the song. that's where cancel culture don't exist to me, because that's what's going on. That's the fact. It's normalized. The fact that nothing more than violence and negative behavior is expected from the black community, and that's what is deemed normal for entertainment purposes. The fact that that is normalized and that it's used as entertainment is racist in itself. And that's as a society, but nobody wants to talk about, I guess systematic racism doesn't exist. But when I go to the basketball gym and it's my son's, there's only 2 black kids, 3 black kids on the court, and the rest of them are white, Hispanic, and so on, and I can hear nigga in the warm-up music, I can hear white kids calling themselves niggas all in the stand, and these parents just sitting there. It's a racist aspect where the negativity in the black community is normalized. And if you don't believe me, here's proof. You got black people running around calling each other niggas, and then you got some of these activists on here jump on TV on YouTube, talk about they here for the kids and they here for that, but they say nigga about 20 million times. So the fact that that's all that can come out your mouth, so you just training our kids to keep on keeping the image of the nigga alive. And that goes for anybody, everybody that want to jump on here and talk about, oh, they doing something for the community, or they, you know. So now we can call each other the N-word. And it is so normal that Mexicans can run around and call each other the N-word. Asians can run around and call each other the N-word. White boys can run around and call each other the N-word. And this is mainly around like the street culture, the hip hop culture. The fact that it's that normal and it's looked at as something cool, that's race. That's even more racist. And that's psychological racism. You know, it's embedded. So when these people talking about there's no systematic racism and there's proof, psychological proof. You can go and actually look at people, see how people talk and act and behave that ain't black, and they mimic a negative black behavior. Am I lying? Am I lying? Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm full of BS. But that's what it is, that it's been normalized so much that it's okay for them to run around when they from the hood and be, hey, N-word, hey, what's up? That's my N-word. You know, so it just shows you that as a culture, there's a systematic racism, and it starts within our community as well. It starts from the racist, and then it starts also in our community. The fact that people are whining about cancel culture, but you ain't whining about the overall picture of racism. It's crazy to me. It's mind-boggling to me. and a lot of these people, they will sit up there and call somebody a nigga. This nigga is crazy. This nigga is this. This nigga is that. So, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to hear the cancel culture until all these industries stop making money off niggerish behavior. You know, off the death of black people, off the destruction of the black community. I mean, there's multi-million-dollar companies that their bottom line depends on the savages in Chicago posting, you know, deaths on live. So it's some bloodthirsty, you know, it's savagery on all ends. But the fact that these people, this is all they'll expect from you, that or you to be on a video getting beat to death by the police, and it's normal because it doesn't change. It's normal to these people. Well, they should have just listened. Do these people that the government tells to put on masks listen? No. So I don't want to hear none of that. You know, ain't no damn cancel culture for the fact that it's BS. Y'all giving it all the power y'all want to give it by keeping it alive. You know, You know, we have an entire industry dedicated to the promoting the death and the destruction of young black men and the black community. And there's investors and stockholders, shareholders to this company, until they pensions get canceled out, they companies canceled out. I don't want to hear nothing about cancel culture. It's just some nonsense, some non-existent nonsense. It's a distraction, and y'all giving it all the power. Until all that can happen, then we could revise the discussion. Until that happens, man, grown black men, man, y'all stop whining, man. Stop jumping up on YouTube, whining. See, y'all letting these people set these narratives, and then y'all falling for it every single time. Every single time. And that's for the leadership. That's why, you know, we are in the condition we in. Because when you have grown men, if you in your 40s and you still on doing the same things you was doing in your 20s, then ain't no progress. I mean, that's simple. That's very simple. So that's what the black community, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a lack of progress. And nobody wants to step up, but everybody wants to join the narrative. Everybody wants, it's like being in high school and all of a sudden, you know, somebody goes and gets a tattoo. Then next thing you know, everybody's sneaking around to get a tattoo. You know, and so that's what's going on as grown black men, and we can't even realize it. We jumping on the internet. We jumping on these streaming services and acting like these 15-year-olds. We jumping on the internet service and we acting like the kids. Pull up, come on, pull up. Let's get it. You want all the smoke? You know, so we acting like some kids, and then you want people to take you serious. Come on, man. You want to whine about cancel culture, but you up here acting like a kid. You can't even cancel out the behavior you had 20 years ago, but you want to whine about cancel culture. So, man, y'all don't get up here whining about no damn cancel culture. Like I said, once they start canceling them funerals in Chicago, once Flint, they stop voting for the politicians in Flint because they ain't got clean water. Once they stop voting for the politicians in New Mexico because the reservations ain't got clean water. Once they shut down these live streaming services that promote the death and destruction of the black community, and these companies that invest money, millions into promoting the death and destruction of the black youth. Until these companies are shut down, then I don't want to hear nothing about cancel culture. I don't want to hear a whine, a cheerleader, none of that. So all you people running around talking about, oh, we canceling, I don't want to hear none of that false preaching. It's nonsense. That's all. We got to revise this again. We'll revise it. But basically, that's the whole point, playing with the church money. Man, y'all stop playing with the church money. Y'all letting these people set the narrative. Y'all wasting y'all damn time. Now, if somebody you don't like what somebody say, and you don't want to invest your money, that's your choice. That's what that is. It ain't no damn cancel culture. And for the people that do say it's cancel culture, this how right away you can disprove that. You can disprove that. You could just ask them. Ask them. If you know it's a Klan store, you're gonna go spend your money at that Klan store. If you know the KKK has a store and they selling nooses, are you gonna go in there and spend your money in the Klan store that sells nooses? And if they say no, then why is they whining about cancel culture? Because it's a choice that they gonna make not to spend their money, not to support that store. So If they say, yeah, they'll go in there, and that's a damn fool. You stop having a conversation with that person right away. And that proves your point even further. Y'all stay tuned. Playing with the Church Money Podcast, Cancel Culture BS. Oh, man. Y'all stop whining about cancel culture. Y'all stop being distracted, allowing yourself to be distracted with all these false arguments, man. All the semantics, nothing but semantics, man. But y'all, I swear, y'all love to fall for the semantics, boy. So it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck back on the road, man, so I can handle my business. But man, grown men in the black community, man, time to stop whining, stop being distracted, man. If we ain't gonna come together for no real business, but y'all can jump on here and whine about cancel culture, man. It's sad, it's sickening. It's sickening, man. So let's move on from the BS and let's start the progress, man, to improve our community, man. Stop playing with the church money.
I did it all for the money. Hey, I did it all for the money. When the player had to eat, that one a damn thing funny. Hey, I did it all for the money. Hey, I did it all before. Rob people so dope. Gang banging, shooting pistols, running from the task force. And I was no forgetting anything you asked for. Soft hard.